Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to modify and remove the extended antenna from the P-SB7 spirit box. This is a great ghost hunting tool. I picked mine up online for about 70 bucks. If you're unfamiliar with it, I would definitely familiarize yourself with it. Check out Ghost Adventures. They use it about every episode and get some pretty cool results with it. The only problem that I have with it is due to the antenna, I get a ton of radio interference and talking, which obviously is going to interfere with the results that you're trying to get. And I'll kind of show you what that sounds like now. So it's still just a radio, so you're going to pick up your normal radio stations. So those are not spirits, those are radio stations. So I'm going to show you how to remove this antenna. So the first thing that you'll want to do is remove the battery cover, any batteries that you may have in it. And then at the bottom you'll find two little screws here, which I've removed to show you where they're at. There's one on each side. You're going to need a pretty fine tip screwdriver. These are Phillips. I didn't have one. I had a small flathead. It'll work just fine as long as you get in there. So that's the first step, is remove those two. The next two screws that you're going to have to remove are actually underneath of the panel on the front. The best way that I found to remove the panel, which is basically just a thick sticker or a very thin piece of plastic, is with a carpenter's knife. Just take it right there at the edge, lift up, and it'll peel off. So once you've removed the front panel, you will see the two screws here in the bottom corners, which I've already removed to show you better where they're at. You'll want to remove these two screws and the entire device should separate at that point. So once you have the device apart, this is what the inside looks like. Just a side note real quick. This is the panel that we took off the front. This is the inside. This does have a sticky adhesive on it, so this window is going to have a sticky adhesive. And then this is also your LCD. Be very careful not to touch your LCD or the inside of your sticker. If you get any dirt, dust, fingerprints especially on there, whenever you go to put this back together, that's going to show on your LCD and look really annoying. So besides that, what we're going to do next is we're going to loosen this screw here and this screw here. What that's going to do is allow this board a little bit of play while we remove the antenna. Otherwise it would be pinching it down too much. And finally, we're going to remove this screw here completely. So once you've completely removed this screw, the antenna should lift straight out the top. There is a rubber coating on it, which is going to make it a little sticky depending on how old or new your device is. Just make sure that you have these two screws that we talked about pretty loose. You don't want them all the way out, but almost completely loose. And then you'll be able to take this, kind of wiggle it a little bit to break that seal, and then pull it straight out the top. And then go ahead and take your small screw that you took out of here, put it back in here just so that you don't lose it in case you ever do want to make this back into a standard radio. Alright guys, so to put it back together, we're going to do everything we just did in reverse order. Two notes to make would be, do not over tighten the screws. You don't want to crack the board or the plastic of the device itself. And secondly, if you so choose, there's now a hole in the top where the antenna was. You may want to take a dab of hot glue or something along those lines just to make sure that water or other debris doesn't get down into your radio. So just to test it out, before I had it on 107.7, which is the strongest radio station in the St. Louis area, and would be the strongest coming through this radio. As you heard it earlier with the antenna in it, it was very strong. You could hear it very clear. This is the same radio station with the antenna removed. So as you can hear, it's nothing but static, which is going to make your results a lot more crisp and clean. And anything that you should get on this radio now, a higher probability of being a spirit as opposed to radio interference. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, share, and I'll see you next time.